I'm here with the Pro Victrix Pro BFG controller, and this is, well, it's a swappable everything, so it's really cool. And I already have the DualSense Edge here, and I think that's a cool comparison price-wise, but also a little bit more functions here than the normal DualSense. So let's see what we get here out of the box. I'm very eager to unbox this and see how it feels in my hands for the first time. So you get a cool case. It's a little bit like the, let me pick that up, like the DualSense Edge case here. Hard case, also hard case. Of course, this is more of like a material outside, but let's see what's inside here. So just like the DualSense Edge, you can swap out all of the different things that you need here. Let's remove this and this. And then, well, it's a lot lighter than the DualSense Edge. I think more on par with the normal DualSense controller. Yeah, it feels a little bit more like the normal DualSense controller, a little bit lighter than the DualSense Edge. It also has longer battery life than the DualSense Edge. So I think that's an advantage here, but it doesn't have haptic feedback, I read. So if you don't like that, it doesn't really matter. But if you do, then it could matter to you just a little bit more. It has like the main button here, the PlayStation button. It also does not have a built-in microphone. So that's a little bit different there as well. So this really is more for gamers and not really specifically for the PlayStation 5, I think, too. And the cool thing is you can exchange these and swap them out. So I have like your control stick here on the top or on the bottom, and here it's always in the same configuration, of course. So that's a little bit different. And let's see if this will turn on right out of the box. No, so mine it does not. So we have to charge that a little. That's all right. You can have a switch here to switch between PS5, PS4 and PC. So this is more easily adaptable to different situations. So it's not only for PS5, of course. And then at the back here you have a lot of buttons. So you have a lot more buttons here too to use, to exchange out. So that's cool as well. And oh, you can set this to wireless or wired. So that is a nice addition too. And so you have these multiple buttons here at the back, which you can use. So that's cool. You have these clickers that you can use. Then, of course, these buttons here as well. It feels a little bit more plasticky than the DualSense or the DualSense Edge. So pushing these, you can also hear it. It sounds a little bit more plasticky. So that's the difference. And of course the buttons here and the layout is also very cool. Let's see what else we get here in the box. You can easily put your cable in there, so that's nice. Then you have an additional control set here with additional buttons. So you can change this out for the one with the additional stick, for example. For you have R1 and R2 here. For different games, the fight pad for fighting games, so you can map those. That's cool as well. This is more button bashing. It's really cool. There's more button bashing than this. This feels more like the DualSense Edge and the DualSense controllers, and this is really more bashing on the buttons. So nice that they put that in there as well. You can exchange these by loosening the grips there just a little bit. You can see that here they have these screws that you can put in. So that's cool. Let's, oh, other way around, let's put this back in. So you can change these around, flip these around, and add those additional fighting buttons. That's cool. Then you have a ring here that you can put on you can buy these separately as well. That's like for more precision on the control. So that's nice as well, that you can customize that if you like that or not. Then let's put this away. We have an additional button pad here. that you could put on there. So everything is customizable. You really get a lot here. And then a more traditional like numpad or a numstick that you can put in there. You can exchange these for larger or smaller pads on either of them. So you have a very small stick here as well that you can put in there. So that's cool. And you can get a lot of cool colors with these. I chose the black with purple because it just looks really cool. But you can change those out for different ones as well. And then here the tool you get with it to open these up and then exchange what's in there. So let's open that up. It is a little bit more plasticky than I would have hoped. It also feels a little bit more like the PlayStation 4 controllers than the newer PlayStation 5 ones. And you do miss some of the additional features that you get with the new PlayStation 5 controller. So either you love that or you hate that. But here is the connection. As you can see, you can exchange these out for the other way. Here it is. Exchange these out for the other pad, like so. And then you have these cool buttons that you can bash with your hotkeys, and then program everything. So really cool the way they you can exchange this for this one, I think, and then turn those around. Really cool how they managed to be able to customize everything here. It's very flexible, very cool, a very pro pad here. And if you're choosing between these two, I think if you have a PlayStation 5, something like this, where you can use all the features of the PlayStation, you can really customize this within the PlayStation, I think it might be the better choice here than this one. But so right out of the box as an additional controller, I think it's really cool. And especially if you really like fighting games and setting up everything just the way you like it, I think this could be a really cool controller for you. So I hope this video has helped you make a choice and see the difference between these.